They all treat AI as the problem. But you and I know AI is not a problem. The problem is that we've stopped doing things because AI is here. There is a Roman history lesson that relates closely to this, a good analogy. For centuries, the Roman army was the most formidable military force the world had ever seen. And that was not necessarily because of their weapons, although that contributed, but because of their discipline, their identity, and their capability that they had built through rigorous repeated practice. Then, gradually, the Roman Empire began outsourcing its military labor to mercenaries. It made sense at the time, it was efficient, and it freed up resources. But then, over generations, something eroded. The Romans lost their muscle memory, they lost the culture and the internal standard that made them world aware. And by the time they desperately needed those capabilities, they were gone. Not taken, just delegated away. And you know what? I think we are doing this now with writing, not just academic writing, but almost all type of writing. There is even a more contemporary version of this Roman analogy. For example, let's talk about GPS studies. If you look at some research on GPS, and it shows that people who rely heavily on navigation apps like your Google Maps, these people experience measurable decline in their spatial memory and wayfinding ability. It is not because GPS itself is bad, but because the brain stops practicing the thing it no longer needs to do. Normally, you would have navigated every place yourself, but now you have to rely on GPS. If you've gone there once, can you still go there again? And here's the shift I want to offer you. Stop thinking about AI as a tool to manage. Start thinking about writing as a practice you need to protect for yourself. So the question shouldn't be how much AI is too much. I think the better question should be what is my writing giving me that I cannot afford to lose? Because when you write, when you really write, you are developing your thinking. We are building our voice when we write. We are creating something that is incredibly ours. AI can help you do many things, but it cannot do that for us. And if we let it try, we won't just lose good writing, we'll lose the thinking that writing was always training for us all. Now, here is one thing that I would suggest. And this is not a list, it is not a framework, it is just one thing. In the next 24 hours, today, tomorrow, anytime, write 200 words about anything by hand or on a blank document with no AI tab open, not